let's turn to the video, watch the video for tonight, and then after the video's over, oops, you know what? I skipped the liturgy. Well, we read some Greek liturgy earlier when we read through our Roman study. Let me just remind us once again of some of the Hebrew liturgy. Let's see, where did I have it? There we go. We were looking at Exodus. We looked at this last week, 2 weeks and 3 weeks ago, and I wanted to read these one more time just in their entirety. 3 verses in the liturgy, just verse 13, 14, and 15 of Exodus chapter 3. I'm not going to read any Greek tonight because we read through some Greek earlier in the Roman study. So let's just look at this, Exodus 3. I'll read the English and then the Hebrew over on the right side of the page. That'll be the liturgy for tonight. And I won't wax long on this. It was a kind of a mini study on the name of God, I am who I am, and things like that. If you missed all that, go back and listen to last week's study, episode number 148, and just listen to the liturgy part. Exodus 3, verse 13, Then God said to Moses, If I come to the people of Israel and say to them, The God of your fathers has sent me to you, and they ask me, What is his name? What shall I say to them? Verse 14, God said to Moses, I am who I am. And he said, Say this to the people of Israel, I am has sent me to you. Verse 15, God also said to Moses, Say this to the people of Israel, The Lord, the God of your fathers, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob has sent me to you. This is my name forever, and thus I am to be remembered throughout all generations. Let's go back and read the Hebrew real quick, starting on the right side of the page right there. Verse 13 says, Vayomer Moshe el Elohim, Hine anochi va el bnei Yisrael, va'amarti lachem Elohei avotechem, shlachni alechem, va'amru li ma shmoma omar alechem. Verse 14 says, Vayomer Elohim el Moshe, Ehyeh asher Ehyeh. We looked how last week that this term Ehyeh is actually God's personal way in first person pronoun saying that I am. But when Moses relays God's name back to the people, he drops down into third person, just like we would do in English, saying he is. Thus, Ehyeh is the way God would say his name, but Yahweh is the way we would say his name. And that's the careful distinction. And that's why throughout the Bible, Ehyeh shows up very, very briefly, doesn't show up in very many places, primarily right here in Exodus 3 and a few other places, but primarily Ehyeh only comes out of God's mouth directly. But 6,000 plus times throughout the rest of the Old Testament, we find the writer saying he is. That's Yahweh, Yahweh. Okay? Ehyeh asher Ehyeh vayomer ko tomar livnei Yisrael, Ehyeh shlachni alechem. And then verse 15 says, Vayomer od Elohim el Moshe ko tomar el bnei Yisrael, Yahweh Elohei avotechem, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, ve'Elohei Yaakov, shlachni alechem, ze shmi le'olam v'ze Zikri ledor dor. And that'll do it for the liturgy for tonight.